Hey everybody, it's me, Sam Stein, and I'm here with the other two members of the don't want to say it. Whatever. I'm with my trio. Let's just put it that way. We're here to talk about we've been putting this video off for a bit, multiple days now, and I think it's just been time to actually do the video. We're going to be talking about Nancy Mace, who's been acting erratically, I think, to say the least. It started with an episode at an airport in Charleston, her home district. And it's kind of gone on for like a week now. Just incredible tweeting, accusations of someone covering up pedophilia, multiple declarations of hold the line, which seems to be her calling card. I don't. Tim's insistent that it has something to do with.
We're holding the line against transgenderism. Hold the line. Holding.
But why does that relate
line.
to
It's
this?
A straight line. We're holding it.
It doesn't have anything to do. There's nothing to do with.
We're going to hold the line until everyone has to do a dick check on the way into the women's bathroom
At the Charleston airport. That's got to be the cue. All right, so Tim, before I get to Will to sort of summarize what the fuck's happening, what are your initial thoughts on your girl Nancy Mace?
I've come around on Nancy because I want her to be the governor of South Carolina. I think the Republicans deserve this.
Okay,
they deserve it. I mean, they've created this monster, and now I think that they should have to live with it. I mean, I think she's obviously having a psychotic break. I think that's very clear.
Yeah.
She has gone off the deep end on a wide variety of issues. She did a Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve tweet recently. And like that's where she's at right now. And shout out to the Supreme Court for upholding gay marriage, by the way, this morning that we're taping. That's another L for Nancy. But I mean, I think that I don't know exactly what is happening in her personal life that has caused a psychotic break. It seems bad. But I think on top of that, she was getting attention and she was getting, starting to like that new positive attention she was getting from the MAGA right. And she has gotten high on her own supply.
Seems like it. All right, Will, can you summarize what exactly has transpired here?
Yeah, so I mean, just focusing, kicking it off from the airport incident on October 30th, Nancy Mace is supposed to be given this kind of congressional security entry through the sort of a security escort through the Charleston airport.
Which I'm against, by the way. I just want to throw this out here just as a general manner, as just a baseline. I'm a man of the people. And you are not special as a congresswoman, actually. You are a representative. You should wait in the fucking security line with all of us. Like there should not be why does she have to not wait in line and take off her shoes? What is different about her than me? All she is a congressional representative.
Yeah, she was elected by her fellow peers. You were not.
Yeah. To be a congressperson, to vote on issues, not to get special treatments at the airport.
All right.
That's okay. Does she get to at the grocery store? Do Congress people get to go into the 10 items or less line when they have 15 items?
In fact,
I don't think so. I don't see why they should.
You don't read
Sorry,
the print,
I'm egalitarian. I'm a man of the people. I apologize, Will. I just need to get that out there.
I think you make a lot of good points, Tim. Nancy Mace, I think, would disagree. So she really seems to prize this security escort. And so it's the morning, I believe, of October 30th. She shows up. The security is told to wait for her. She'll arrive at like 6:15 in a white car. She's 30 minutes late in a gray car. So the police say, well, we didn't see her at the drop-off line. We don't meet up with her. Then at the security line, she's getting really mad because she doesn't have this escort. The cops show up and say, oh my gosh, Nancy Mace, all right, let's bring you through the line. And she's saying things, according to the police report, she's saying, you're effing incompetent. She says you wouldn't treat Senator Tim Scott this way, which sort of suggests some kind of, South Carolina politico insecurity. And basically
or reverse racism. I think that's an accusation of reverse racism, that the security guards are too woke. And so they're treating her badly as a white person.
Hold the line.
So this police report comes out. It's not really a crime per se, but I think understandably, perhaps the security guards there felt the need to document what had happened. And so then I believe NBC first reports it. Nancy Mace, rather than saying, well, yeah, I was mad because I didn't have my guards or whatever, she goes on the offensive. She says this Charleston airport's out of control. They have all these security breaches. She's really attacking this airport.
My new thing, though, Sam, if she has hold the line, mine is now going to be wait in line. Wait in line, Nancy. You're not better than any of us. And if you're a Democrat running in 2028, this is my JVL version of tear down the ballroom. You should stand in the back of the security line. Say, I'm with you. Okay?
Not even like
Nancy is for they, them. I'm with you. I wait in line and I take off my shoes.
Yeah, a true Paul of the people wouldn't even do pre-check. Just go straight general admission. Like me, I still do that shit. I'm a man of the people.
That's cool.
You don't have TSA pre?
I don't even have pre.
What?
I wait in line.
That is insane.
No way, man. I'm a man of the people. Just you can't have it both ways, Tim.
Either
you're a man of the people.
I wait in line at pre-check. I mean, please.
No. It's fine. I think pre-check's
okay.
overrated.
So that's where we're at. Then what happens?
So, but this is the thing is that kind of elevated the story. Will noted she went on the attack. She posted this video of the situation, and it's like a hodgepodge of angles from different security cameras, and then she set it to this kind of bizarre, dramatic music. So let's play a little tidbit of it. And then she cuts out a critical 3 minutes. So she's walking there. Something's going on with the security people. It seems like there's about to be a confrontation. And then it skips 3 minutes ahead. And no one's seen these 3 minutes, right? Or am I missing something?
Yeah, I mean, so there's this big jump. Nancy Mace has been kind of doing all this documentary evidence. She's like, I'm going to file a Freedom of Information Act request to get all this information. We're going to get to the bottom of this. And then she has this video that includes sort of she appears to be kind of revving up to yell at someone, and then it goes clip, and then she said, "Look, we're all friends after that."
Yeah, I don't know. She's not very good at this. She did continue to post though, and it just went like more extreme from there. So then her opponent in the election, who is the Attorney General Alan Wilson.
I'm sorry. Before you get to the Attorney General, I got to interrupt because you really
Sure.
downplayed it there. Okay, we need to be a little bit more accurate.
Sure.
This is what do they call it about Trump? Sane washing. You were doing a little sane washing by saying that Nancy Mace continued to post about this. She posted 105 times about this.
Is that it?
Like her personal, like, and those are original posts. That's not counting the reposts.
Okay.
There was one day in which she posted like 62 times. I am a social media addict. Okay. I have a problem. I need to see a therapist about it. And like, I post way too much than is healthy. I don't think I've posted 63 times in a day ever. She posted that many times just about this security incident and about how she felt like, her honor was impugned by the great and good public servants there at the Charleston airport.
Yeah.
And like, that is insane. Like, that is the behavior of a mad person. Like, imagine if you had a friend in your life and they had an incident on a plane where they're upset, about something. They were told to put on their seatbelt by the stewardess when they didn't want to, whatever. And they thought that it was unfair. And then they posted to their social account 63 times. I mean, you would have an intervention with that friend. You would just say, bro.
Yeah. It does strike me as like peak Elon during like the Doge meltdown days when he was just going nuts. It's like
4:53 a.m.
Yeah. What are you doing, man? Like, get a few hours of sleep or something.
So I mean, basically, she alleges or has implied that this was this plot by the airport. And I will say, all these other Republicans in South Carolina have come out and said, we love the airport. Tim Scott says, look, I don't know why my name got pulled into this. A lot of Republicans locally have signed letters defending the airport. And her opponent in the governor's race showed up with...
I'm going to get to that guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to get to that guy. But I will dwell on Tim Scott for a little bit. Because this was a bit of a drive-by. Like, imagine you're Tim Scott and you're just sitting around. You don't know anything's about to happen. And then Nancy Mace just drops you into this insane controversy. And you're like, why are you doing this to me? I have no involvement in this. Please leave me out.
I'm going to start using this myself at restaurants. Like, if we're waiting around for the check a little bit
you want to
too
do
long,
this to Tim Scott?
Like, I finished eating 14 minutes ago. Would it take that long to bring the check to Tim Scott? If it was Tim Scott instead of Tim Miller, would he be getting this kind of service?
Yeah, that'd be great. Tim Scott notably pushed back on Facebook, not Twitter. Make of it what you will. Alan Wilson, the Attorney General for South Carolina, who's running against Nancy Mace for governor. That's the other thing, though. She's running for governor and having this incredible meltdown online, and still leading the polls, which may give Tim what he wants.
Very
here.
tight, though. I guess I just
tight.
say it's very. They're all in like the teens.
Yeah,
not
no,
a
that's
clear
fair.
leader.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, so Alan Wilson goes to the airport and brings Chick-fil-A to the TSA agents there. Fairly
and
standard.
Waffle House, which is crucial because she was a Waffle House waitress. This is deep South Carolina lore. There's like a dig there.
I did not pick up on that.
This is why we keep you here, Will, to know about that lore.
So yeah, he shows up, and Nancy Mace, in like an only way that she can escalate things, responds to him and calls him a pedophile protector, and then asks if he rode in on a pedo van this morning to deliver them.
Feels like you're really taking it to 11 there.
It's like it's 21. It's like it's just so, like, what the fuck? It doesn't. He just gave these people fucking chicken, and she's like, "You pedo." Like, what the fuck? Anyways, I don't.
Don't come for Nancy. You best not miss. Okay, I guess that's.
I know.
That's the message she's sending.
It's just wow. I mean, there is some backstory to there. She argues that he did not go forward with some case that she was. I don't even know the backstory, but she's calling him a pedophile. There is a backstory in there. And anyways, so Tim Scott then weighs in, and then Lindsey Graham, and this is just Nancy doing her shit.
Actually, can we just? I'm sorry, we have to pause there because it is worth noting the backstory because it's kind of funny.
Yeah,
where Mace. I mean, child predator stuff isn't funny. Okay, obviously, no, you don't want any child to be exploited, but it's funny in the sense that Nancy Mace just can't read, and like the main claim that she has is that like he has a low conviction rate when it comes to child pornography and exploitation of children, but like she seems to have confused like the rate of cases that they're look into versus charges. So it's just a matter of she doesn't understand.
All right, then Lindsey Graham comes in, chimes in, and says he concurs with Tim Scott. That you gotta be respectful of TSA agents and people who work at security at the airport. And of course, she responds by just saying Lindsey's gay. Like, it's just so. It really is throwing some haymakers. Kind of admire it.
She's mad. She wanted that escort. Basically, is what this comes down to.
Really, it's so funny. She did not get her police escort.
She's just going to
fast forward 2 weeks, and now it's just like Lindsey Graham, you are a flag. I don't know. Withhold the line. Also on the tweet where she accused of being gay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess what my challenge to Nancy would be on that one is I would like to see the receipts. Because otherwise, this feels like you're just, leveling false accusations out there.
Well, I'm kind of confused why the video that 3 minutes hasn't been produced. I have to assume it will eventually get out there, right?
I have no. Where did she get the video from in the first place? I don't know. I know there have been some FOIAs.
Well, how'd the video get produced in the first? The incident got out there in the first place because, and this was kind of a little shady. Will, you and I were talking about this, but like, what was the outlet that broke it? They knew to FOIA the TSA or the.
I believe it was NBC News that got their hands on the report. I mean, clearly, look, I don't think Nancy Mace is known for like the loyalty she generates with her staff, and so I don't know if that's related to it. But clearly, South Carolina's got a hotbed for political intrigue, so I think there's probably a lot of people who are happy to see that come out.
But NBC knew to ask for this incident report. Someone told NBC, is my guess, hey, you got to file a request or ask them about this incident report. And then they got their hands on it, and then that probably set her off because it's very clear that the security there was very happy to comply with NBC to talk about this.
And it's important that you're referencing there, Will. She does have like a lot of ex-staff that think that she's an insane, that put on the record their view that she is a totally insane person who needs psychological help.
The other thing that's happening here is that she's got a defense lawyer, and people will recognize this name. Maybe they won't, but it's Larry Klayman. And Larry Klayman is, I got to be honest, like a real nut. Like he's known across the country as one of the weirder defense attorneys. He is the most litigious person. Among his clients include Laura Loomer, George Zimmerman, Roy Moore, Jerome Cosi, Jennifer Flowers was a one-time client as well. And there's a whole host of other government officials. Anyone who like needs to file a frivolous lawsuit in conservative politics likely goes to Larry Klamer. Please don't file a lawsuit against me, Larry. I'm just speaking in generalities. I don't mean to besmirch your name. But Will, he also is about to be disbarred in Florida, or he has been
suspended. Yeah, he's had a lot of bar issues both in D.C. and now Florida. One of them is he was representing a woman in a sexual harassment case, and then he allegedly expressed some strong feelings, as it's described, towards her. And so, basically, this has kind of been. This is sort of a years-long saga, but last week...
that feels like an oopsie. Like, you're not supposed to do that.
Larry, you got to hold the line.
Last week, Florida decided, okay, he's going to be suspended for 2 years. This has come up in Laura Loomer's lawsuit against Bill Maher and HBO. But this is also who supposedly is going to represent Nancy Mace in her lawsuit against, the gang stalking and the betrayal that the Charlotte airport inflicted upon her.
All right. How do you think this ends, Tim?
Speaking of lawsuits, are we not going to bring up the ex-fiance's lawsuit? Because I feel like that's another thing. I mean,
you can talk about it. Yes, that's true.
Okay, great.
But
here we go. There's another lawsuit.
Here.
Yeah. Well, Nancy Mace, who again you'll want to remind you, is now his position is that marriage is not for Adam and Steve, even though she's had 2 failed marriages and a failed fiance, a fiance that broke up with her. But they broke up a little while ago. Mace earlier this year went on the House floor and went, quote, scorched earth, accusing him and several of his friends of being sexual predators. It was at the time a pretty weird speech, just in like the sense of like, why are we talking about this on the House floor?
Well, the reason why is because the speech and debate clause made her immune in theory towards countersuits.
Got it. And so, anyway, a countersuit is happening nonetheless. Her estranged lover, ex-fiance Patrick Bryant. This is the gentleman that she referenced during the prayer breakfast. Remember when she was speaking at a prayer breakfast and talking about how her boyfriend was giving her the business that morning?
Patrick, my fiance, tried to pull me by my waist over this morning in bed, and I was like, no, baby, we don't got time for that this morning. I got to get to the prayer breakfast.
Yeah.
That was Patrick Bryant. I assume that was consensual since she bragged about it at the prayer breakfast. But anyway, he has filed a countersuit saying that Nancy Mace hacked his phone, tracked his car, and falsely smeared him as a rapist. And he's claiming that she cooked up the fake gang rape claims to blackmail him and to get access to 2 homes that are worth $6 million. So I don't know. It's more of a he said, she said situation, but it's an interesting note when you consider that, some context around Nancy Mace's behavior and her accusations against the good men and women of the Charleston airport who forced her to wait in line like the rest of us plebes at security.
I will just say, this is a real test about how much the voters are willing to tolerate in terms of the drama quotient of candidates. Yeah. Like, is there actually too much drama around someone for you to say, I kind of want that?
I mean, she has lapped Trump. Trump dined out on being like all drama all the time.
But, this is insane. This is like, this is Jerry Springer meets. Well, Jerry Springer was an elected official, so this is the personification of Jerry Springer and the two mergings of his 2 careers. I think people close to her probably need to talk to her and maybe offer a hand or a conversation, or just to tell her that it's okay to not spill out all your tea for public consumption. Just my 2 cents. Any other thoughts, guys? Or are we going to end it there?
Yeah, I mean, I think in this governor's race, Nancy Mace has a narrative challenge here. On one hand, she's the person arguing about getting to skip the security line, and her opponent, the attorney general, is the guy who delivers Chick-fil-A. So she needs to change it up.
Well said, Will. I appreciate that. Tim, any other thoughts?
I think that's great. I try to stay away from Nancy Mace if I saw her in public, I think would be my final message. She seems not great.
Hold the line. All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing to the feed. Appreciate that, too. Talk to you.